Hi, I'm Stephanie Akerman and welcome back. This is video 4 of Dies, Doodles, and Details, my DIY tag journal series. So we have used the tags, we have used the flowers, and today I'm going to use the banners and hearts die, but we're going to do something completely different. What we're going to do is we're going to use the die, we're going to use a sheet of the adhesive from Sizzix, and I'm going to put it on a piece of paper leather. And then from there, we're going to cut it out. I'm going to stick it on one of the tags that I'd already cut for my book. And then I'm going to go through the process of lining it out, adding the detail, and then adding the color. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to peel off the adhesive sheet, just the one side, okay? And then we're going to place it on the back of the paper leather. Now remember, do not take the other piece off of the side or else your piece will stick right to the pad. So I am going to make a Sizzix sandwich with a pad. I'm going to place the paper leather down. I'm going to place the die down, put the other pad on, and then just like any other cut, you're just rolling it through the machine. Okay, so this is the paper leather, and now it has an adhesive backing to it. So now you can stick it to the tag and do your details, but don't get rid of this because this is a template that you can use to trace other things. So I'm going to set that to the side, and I am going to place this onto the tag. Now, what I want to tell you is a very helpful hint. If I was to add the watercolor right onto this banner before I took off the other side of the adhesive, then it breaks down the stick a little bit. So stick it onto wherever you're going to use it first and then add your watercolor in. I learned that the hard way, so I'm just going to share that with you now. I'm going to also take the paper off of the heart, and I'm going to place that right there in the middle. So we have our pieces. We have our tag, we have the banner, and the large heart. Now I'm going to actually take this off the ring so it's easier to move around, and I'm going to use my pen and add in the lines like we've done in all of the other videos, double up lines. Now you can see where I've run off the side a few times, and that would kind of throw people off a little bit. And I'm here to tell you that's fine because you're going to also do an outline around the entire banner that will help with the shadow when we add that in the end. So just go ahead and add that line and take a real close look at my lines. They're very squiggly and wobbly. You've had a lot of caffeine in the morning and you have shaky hands, that all lends to the whole entire process of doodling. So we're going to just continue on and finish up those lines. And now I'm going to add one little detail because this is a banner, and I'm just going to add what would be probably the string that it's hanging to, just little loops. Now I'm going to add in color using a water brush and watercolors. Okay, now that I have the basic colors down, I'm going to add in a little bit of shadow to the back part of the banner, and also I'm going to add in a little bit of dark blue to the right side of the heart just to give it depth and to have it pop out. And I use gray for shadow, so whether you have a gray watercolor or you have a gray pencil, and lightly on the right side going to add in a little bit of light gray, and then also on the inside there. And I'm just going to, with my water brush, blend it out softly just to give it a subtle glow. So I'm going to hold that up, and you can see where the shadow is there. All right, now also I want you to take a look at where my watercolor has kind of gone over my original lines. So what I'm going to do to remedy that, because it's not a problem, is I'm going to go in, get my glasses, and I'm going to add in, with my pen, some additional lines in between the two lines of the outside that we made around the banner and that original line inside. And wherever you have a little bit of white space in between, that's where I'm going to go in with my pen and just connect those two lines together with real tight, short, little lines. This is also going to give it a little bit of dimension as well. Now, here's something that I just thought about, is this is paper leather. So once you're done and your project is dry, you could go in and you could add some stitching, because you can do so many things with paper leather. So you could run it under a sewing machine, or you could take a needle and pierce some holes in it and then just add some miscellaneous stitches. That would really look cute. You could also take and you could run a stitch there and add it in as the banner holder. And I think I will do one last thing, and that is add a little bit more red to the heart, because when I look at it, I feel like it needs a little. And if you can see there, when I was painting, a little bit of the blue popped into the red, and blue and red makes purple. So I'm going to go back in with my red. This is Festive Berries. And I'm just, again, going to dab on that color, and it's just going to darken and deepen that a little bit, give it some depth. And this will be something that you can decide with your eye on where it needs a little bit and where you think it looks good. So I think that looks great. I mean, you can continue on. You have another piece that comes from the die with the smaller banner. You could do the same thing. You could do your lines and your paint right on the piece, and remember, it's got adhesive on it, so you could stick it to a card, whatever you're making. Thanks for joining me in this Dies, Doodles, and Details video. I look forward to you joining me again. Please make sure to check out all the videos in this series.